2, 1. Well, good evening and welcome to another edition of the Junior Footy and Netball Show on your Thursday night. We're a day later than normal with Anzac Day, and you might notice it's only myself and Big Reggie. No Georgia Gilmore tonight because she's actually on the netball court. George, so Reg, it's me and you, big fella. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's good to be just the two of us for once. Bit of a boys' night.
A bit of a boys' night, mate. Feels like the front bar.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, yourself, the last couple of weeks you've featured, made your debut for the Rebels. How was that?
Yeah, no, it was good. Going up to Bendigo and playing a good quality side with some good quality footy was an unreal experience.
And mate, just for the people sitting at home that are watching this, tell us about the difference in the pace of the game and I suppose the cleanliness of the football that you're playing, because it does step up a level, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does. Everyone's pretty skilled, so it's like the pace of the game changes all the time and everything's just, pretty full on. So, no, it's good.
Great experience. And there's a few Hammond League boys representing at the moment. They're going really well, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a fair few. We've got a few in the Vic Country trials at the moment, so that's good for them. Hopefully they can play in the state side. And
George Stevens, obviously being one, mate, he's leading the way. Captain that team a couple of weeks ago. He's a superstar. Young Unwin from Cobden. Reese, he's a great young player. Connor Byrne at Koroit. There's some quality getting around out there. It's pretty exciting, isn't it, Reg?
Yeah, it's unreal for the Hampton League, especially just seeing how many young guns are coming through, and it's good for everyone to see and watch. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, what about yourself? Played under 18 halves last week, or under 18 footy against the close town rivals in the Roosters. It was a super Saturday. There was a good crowd up there, Reg, and you boys had a great win.
Yeah, we did. It was good to beat South. I think they were top of the ladder. It was a bit unexpected, so it was unreal to get a win over them. Just been a bit of a rivalry.
Yeah, a bit of a rivalry, and no doubt a lot of your kids go to school together and all that kind of stuff, so there was a bit of feeling in the game, and it was a good, high-quality game of football too.
Yeah, it definitely was. I reckon both sides have got a lot of good players this year, so two finals contenders for sure. And
what about yourself, mate, to go back and play under 18? You haven't played a lot of junior footy the last 12 months. Great to be back.
Yeah, no, it was unreal to play with some mates and against some mates, rough a few up, but no, it was good fun. Just had heaps of fun, so yeah.
And sometimes when you're a young kid and you play a lot of senior footy, and Georgie Stevens has been the same along the journey, they've kind of been thrust straight into senior footy like yourself. It's good to kind of get back and just play with your mates and actually be a kid.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, it's good to experience it and you'll miss it if you never got to do it. So, yeah, it's happy, keeps happy.
Yeah, good. School's going well, mate?
Yeah, back today, first day, so, yep. Good as.
First day back today, how does that work? It's got me stuff, but anyway, good to see the kids back at school, that is for sure. We've got a couple of really special guests too, waiting patiently on the line. We're going to go to the netball first, and little Mia Mills from the Koroit Football Netball Club has been kind enough to join us. Mia, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, it's an absolute pleasure, mate, and I'd like to kick off proceedings, I suppose. Tell us about the Koroit Saints and the under-17s and who's your coach and how's your season been so far, Mia?
We've got a good little group here out at Koroit at the moment in the 17 and under. Jenna Osborne's our coach, so I think we all love Jenna. She's full of knowledge and, training every week with her has been great. Start of the season, we've had 3 good wins, a couple of close games and, can't ask for a better start, I don't think.
Who's been some of your harder opposition and who do you think is going to be a big challenge coming up ahead of the future?
I think South and Cobden, they definitely pushed us the first couple of rounds, but then Terang, Hamilton, there's quite a few strong sides this year, so it'll be interesting coming in the next couple of weeks.
And, you just touched on Jenna Osborne. Koroit Football Netball Club, there's been some absolute superstars over the journey come through that club, and they're all still involved in some way, shape or form with the netball and that Mia, and it's great. They give back, don't they? And they're still involved around the club, and now they've even got daughters coming through or sons playing footy. It's a good club to be around.
It is, that's for sure. I feel like there's so many coaches that have had a rich history out at Koroit, and then you look at all the kids coming through. It's just really great to be around.
Now, Mia, tell us about yourself on the netball court. What position do you play, and what's your favourite position, I guess? Because not everyone gets played in the position that they like to play in. But where do you play, mate? And tell us about your preferred spot.
Yeah, I play through the mid-court. So this year I've been lucky enough to go a bit all over. I've even gone in goals for a couple of quarters here and there. But wing attack's probably the favourite.
Yeah, good, good. And what about some of the other teammates that are performing well this year? You better give them a bit of a shout out, mate. Can you go through the rest of the team?
Yep, so we've got quite a small group. We've only got 8 players, and we've been a bit stiff. Molly McLaren, she's a gun. She's been out with injury, but it's good to see her back on court last week for the first time in a while. But shout out to Indy O'Connor and Shelby O'Sullivan, who have come up from 15s. They've been massive ins for us, as well as Charlotte Lenehan, Layla Tom, Hayley Nicholson, Scarlett O'Donnell. They've been just consistent. We're, stoked with how everyone's gone so far, I think.
And obviously, like just having the bare minimum, there's 7 on the court, 1 on the bench. You can't afford to get much illness in that, Mia. You kind of need everyone to be fit. Can you kind of rotate a few more kids up and through at points throughout the year?
Yeah, we've probably been lucky that we've had Ava and Zara come up through the 17 res, and then as well as Lucy McLaren. Obviously, Mole's been supporting us, like even through injury, so Lucy's been there early and just benched for us a couple of times. So it's been nice to have that support filling up, so we have enough sort of thing.
With the younger ones coming through, is that obviously a big thing to you, thinking sort of towards leadership and that sort of thing, helping out, being a role model?
Yeah, it is. I feel like everyone sort of just stepped up and used their voice a little bit more, which is needed, I think. Voice on a netball court can sort of be the difference sometimes. It can even be a little bit intimidating for the opposition. So, yeah, just trying to help everyone out where we can and get the best out of each other has been really important.
Now, listen, you've got the next couple of weeks off, of course, because you played on Good Friday against the Roosters, which was this round 4 clash, and it's a split round next week. So what's the plan of attack for the next couple of weeks to keep the fitness up in that Mia?
I think training, we're going to hit training pretty hard, just a little bit of extra fitness here and there. We've probably been lucky. A majority of our 17 side is training up with the Div 1 and Open squad. So, we get a bit more of a hit out there, and it's tougher competition, bigger bodies, that sort of thing. So it's a lot of, just seeing how we go and make sure we're ready to hit the court when we get back out in a couple of weeks.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, mate, great to talk to you, great to meet you, and certainly look forward to watching you throughout the season. Good luck.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me, guys.
Good stuff. Do you know much about Mia?
Yeah, no, I do. She's played a lot of basketball, so I've been around. She's always been a gunner to basketball and netball, and good person, so yeah. Yeah,
awesome. Spoke very, very well too, that is for sure. Let's go to the football side of things now, and another one from the Koroit Saints, just how it's panned out, and as I just touched on, they've got a couple of weeks off too now, and this kid, he started the season really, really well, especially in the senior team. I've loved what he's done. We've called a couple of the Koroit games, and he has a crack. There's not much of him, but he's an absolute beauty. Tate Waterson's been kind enough to join us. Tate, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Mate, it's a pleasure, and tell us about your year because, you're only small-framed and small-bodied, but Chris McLaren had plenty of faith and he's chucked you in at the deep end, mate, and you've handled it wonderfully well.
Yeah, no, it's been really good. Chris said to me at end of last season, just keep training and play the pracky matches for the seniors and just, see how you go, and you could get a game soon enough. So, no, it's been real good.
How'd your pre-season go last year? Obviously, it would have been pretty big to step up into this, and how'd the boys and Chris support you?
Yeah, no, it was real good. Just sort of tried to do as much as I could, really. And even mum and dad always kept pushing me to do something all the time, so it was good.
And mate, how have you found the step up to senior footy? It's a big step up, plenty of big bodies, pretty hectic too at times.
Yeah, definitely. It's just it's so much faster footy and a lot harder man on man, especially when I'm only real little. So, no, it's a lot tougher, but no, I'm just trying to get my head around things at the moment, but it's been good.
You've come back to the 18 side last week. How are they going, and how's their season running along?
Yeah, they started off I think they lost against Cobden and South. Then they found their groove a bit and won their past 2 games pretty comfortably. So they're looking like they're pretty strong come finals time.
Who are some of those kids, mate, that are running around in the under-18s for the Saints that we can keep an eye on? We had Riley Parsons on a couple of weeks ago. He's got plenty of ability.
Yeah, definitely. And his older brother, he's moved out to Croydon as well. So he's been real good, given an option up forward. And even Ty Langdon has a crack. So, there's a heap of depth around the team. You could say something about everyone, I reckon.
You've obviously got a pretty good coach in Adsy. How's things been going with him? Is he pushing his hard at training?
Yeah, definitely. Even though we got 2 weeks off, we're training pretty hard this week. And yeah, he's just real old school about it. So he goes about it hard and loves it when we're having a crack.
What are the goals for you, mate, in 2023? Like, you want to break back into that senior side at some point in time?
Yeah, definitely. I want to try and break back into the senior side and play as many games in there as possible. But if not, we'll just try and have a real good finals run for the 18s and hopefully win a premiership.
Good on you, mate. Hey, listen, wonderful to talk to you as well. And as I said, you've been magnificent in a couple of games that we've caught on Handman League Live this year. Really wonderful start to your football career. And no doubt we're going to see a fair bit more of you over the next couple of years, buddy. Well done.
Perfect. Thanks for having me.
Good stuff. Good kid, mate. Goes to Emmanuel, does he?
Yeah, Emmanuel, yeah. No, Ripper. He's real good.
Now, what about the school footy side? It must be pretty solid this year at Emmanuel College.
Yeah, I think it is. They just put our side out last night, so we're playing next Wednesday up at the Reed, so it should be a good game. I forget who against, but it's always pretty good, so yeah.
And who we got? Is it Benny Wotton?
Yeah,
Dan
Wotton,
O'Keefe?
Yeah, and Chris.
Ricky Henderson?
No, I
McLaren?
don't think Ricky's with us this year, but...
Yeah, right, eh? And Chrissy McLaren, gee whiz, you got quality coaches.
Really good.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
Which is really, really good. Now, listen, Reg, you play this weekend, mate. You're taking on the Camperdown Magpies up at the Lura Oval.
Yeah.
Obviously, under-18 struggled for numbers, Camperdown last year. They're back this year, which is really good to see. What are you expecting on the weekend?
Yeah, no, in all grades, I think it'll be really good hit out. Camperdown have picked up a lot over the off-season, so just to get a side for them is amazing. And then their seniors obviously run along pretty good too, so it'll be good. Yeah,
absolutely. So it's only the 2 games this week because Koroit and South Warner will play Good Friday, of course, over that Easter break, and that was their traditional round 4 game, which is obviously this weekend. The other game is North Warrnambool taking on the Cobden Bombers. That'll be a good game of under-18 footy there too, Reg.
Yeah, definitely will be a good hit out. North have got a lot of boys that are probably pushed up for seniors, but even their other ones are pretty good, and Cobden always got a lot of big, strong boys that are good, so definitely a lot of talent in both teams.
And of course, next week is a split round in the Handman Football Netball League as well. Hey, listen, Reg, been magnificent, mate. What's on for the rest of the weekend for you, buddy?
Nah, not much. Just a cruisy one. Training tonight and then, play footy and hopefully get the win.
Beautiful, mate. Love it. It's pizza night tonight up there too.
Yeah.
So I made sure I got a couple of country kings for you in there, big fella. So you'll absolutely love it. Hey, listen, we hope you've enjoyed the show. We must thank our sponsors, of course, McDonald's, Power Course, SunGold Milk, Southwest TAFE. Wonderful supporters of everything that we do in the Handman Football Netball League. And make sure you support them. Fresher, of course, on board. Chittick's Pies, a wonderful supporter as well. They are the official pie of the Handman Football Netball League. And if you get a chance to support those wonderful sponsors, then make sure you do. Our man Reggie's got training tonight, but he's still going to go to McDonald's and sneak a little thick shake and maybe a cheeseburger in before training, Reg.
Yeah, I'll manage to smack something in. Just don't tell Doc.
Hey, listen, we hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll be back same time. Actually, no, it won't be the same time. It'll be next Wednesday. Back to a Wednesday next week. We hope you can join us then.